Okay, B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh V'Natzliach. We're moving right along to Yud Zayin Amud Bet. In Poretz, there is no breach. Shelo tiyeh siyatenu k'siyato shel David. We pray that our company, our friends, shouldn't be like the friends of David. Sheyatza mimenu Achitofel, because he had his top general advisor was Achitofel that doesn't have a place in the next world. Then Yetziat shel, and it says, then Yetziot, and there is no going out. Shelo tiyeh se'atenu kesiato shel Shaul, and we pray that our company be like, not like the company of Shaul. Sheyatza mimenu doeg ha'adomi, from who Doeg the Adomite went out, and he also doesn't have any portion in the next world. He was a very evil person. And it says that very importantly, Ve'en savacha, there should be no outcry. Shelo tiyeh siyatenu kesiyato shel Elisha. We pray that our students shouldn't be like the students of Elisha. Sheyatza mimenu Gehazi. From Gehazi, because Gehazi was his top student and he was a very perverted and bad person. Sheyatza mimenu Gehazi b'chotenu, in our streets. Shelo yeh lanu beno talmid. We are praying here in Tehillim 144 that we do not have a son or student shemaktiach tavshiloto barabim, who burns his dish in public. That Rashi explains, the Marfarshim explains, it shouldn't go off the derech and shouldn't be a source of chilul Hashem like Elisha was, because he was a corrupted person. Shimu elai abirei lev harochokim mistaka. Listen to me, O fierce-hearted ones who are far from righteousness. So it's Rav Shmuel Vam, Ramilei Rabbi Yochanan Rabbi Lazar Chad Amar Kol Haolam Kulo Nizonim B'Staka V'Hem Nizonim B'Zruah. Some explain that this is talking about people that the whole world, they are sustained in what? Out of the pure heartedness and righteous of the God. They don't deserve to be alive. But these people are so righteous that they have enough merit that they deserve to live based on their own merits. V'chad amar, and the other one says, Kol haolam kulo nizonim bizchutan. The whole rest of the world is nurtured because of the zechut of these tzaddikim. V'hem afilu bizchutam atzman enu nozonin. And they themselves have so little and live meagerly. Keder Rav Yehuda amar Rav b'chol yom v'yom yatsa bat kol ma'ar chorev v'omer kol haolam kulo nizonit b'shvil chanina beni. There's a heavenly voice that comes out from the mountain of Sinai every day and says, the whole world gets sustenance because of that Tzaddik Amur, Rabbi Hanania ben Dosa. Kol haolam kulo b'shvil Hanania beni v'Hanani beni, but Rabbi Hanania himself, he lives such a simplistic life. Dai lo bekav charubin, a pound of carobs are enough for him for an entire week. Mi erev Shabbat la erev Shabbat. Upliga de Rav Yehuda, this argues on Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Manabirei Lev, who are the people that have a outstanding heart? Gaboy Tipshai. It's actually talking about not good people, but the fierce-hearted ones are the foolish Gavoa people. Amar Rav Yosef Teda, how do we know they're wicked? They were exposed to greatness and they never became converted to Judaism. Amar Rav Yosef Teda, Amar Rav Ashi, B'nei Matamachsa, Abirei Levninhu. The non-Jews, the Gentile residents of Machaya or Machsia are fierce-hearted ones. Because they see the beauty and glory of the Torah twice a year for the regels, the people come study Torah there, and none of them truly converted. Chatan im rotze likrot. We said that Rabbi Gamliel says in the Mishnah that if a chatan a groom wants to say Shema even though he doesn't have to because he's marrying a virgin the first night, he would be allowed to. The Tana Kama holds you're allowed to, but the Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says no. Are you suggesting that Rabban Gamliel is worried about showing off and being a show-off and a balgaiva? But this is, and the Rabbanan are not worried about haughtiness, but we learned the opposite. Ditnan, we learned in the Mishnah, Makom shenagu la'asot melacha b'tish'a b'av osim. Makom shenagu shelo la'asot en osim. The halacha is that where there's a custom to work on Tisha B'Av, the worst day of the year for the Jews, you're allowed to work. Makom shenagu shelo la'asot, but if the tradition of the city is not to work, you don't work. V'chol makom talmidei chachamim betelin. And everywhere the Torah scholars should not work. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel omer le'olam ya'aseh adam atzmo ketalmid chacham. Rabban Gamliel says everybody should step up to the plate and be stringent and have the custom of the Talmid Chacham. And this is the halacha. Nowadays we do not work on Tisha B'Av. It doesn't have a source of blessing. It's not a source of blessing. Siman Beracha. So Gemara says, Kashya Rabbanan the Rabbanan, Shaban Gamliel the Rabban Gamliel. The position of the rabbis and Rabban Gamliel contradicts itself between saying Shema and working on Tisha B'Av. Rabban Yochanan says, Amar Rabbi Yochanan Mukhlefet Hashita. Change around the opinions, and therefore Rashi would explain the Mefarshim. What it means over here very simply is that the opinions of the rabbis and Rabban Gamliel have been reversed, and actually in truth the Tana that arranged the Mishnah was mistaken. And in our Mishnah, the opinions are reversed, with Rabban Gamliel saying that the way you have to read our Mishnah is like this. Rabban Gamliel will hold that any nice young groom, Khatan, that wants to go out and say Shema, he's allowed to. He's not a show-off. And the Chachamim say, no, don't be a show-off, and just be like all the regular Joe Schmo Khatans that cannot have the proper concentration and say Shema. Rav Shisha Berei de Ravidi, another rabbi says no. Leolam lo tachlif de Rabbanan lo kashya. No, the rabbis are not contradicting themselves. Kriyat Shema kevan dechol ha'olam kakakaru v'inu namika kari lo machzeki yura. It's actually the rabbis here say the right thing to do is to say Shema on the night of your wedding, because everybody is doing that. And you're not standing out. And that's actually the halacha, the Shulchan Aruch and the Rambam say that nowadays we have so little kavanah anyways that you would be allowed to do it. But by the Tisha B'Av, kevan dekula am avdi malacha v'yu kaved malacha michsa ki yehura. By Tisha B'Av, if the whole city you work in goes to work on Tisha B'Av and you don't go to work, you're like a show-off. You have haughtiness. It's like you're elitist. You're above everybody else. The Rabban Gamliel lo kashya, and Rabban Gamliel is also not contradicting themselves. Hatam bekavanat al yamil tavanan saadi de loka matzelichvune daite. By a groom, he's so worried and anxious on the night of his wedding because he's marrying a virgin. He doesn't know what to do. That's why he says if you should, the right thing, even though he says you shouldn't actually go ahead and say the Shema, because we can bear witness that human nature is you're so worried you can't. But here, if you want to become on the exalted high level of the Talmid Chacham, and you don't want to work, you're not a show-off, because people will say that you don't have work today. Puk chazi kama batlani ekabashuka. Go look on any random day, a lot of people, how many idle people there are in the marketplace, even on a regular working day. So it's no show off. That's how we can reconcile the different opinions, because it's different in different occasions. Hadron Allah Hayakora, Hadron Allah Hakoyret. We're starting the third chapter of the Gemara Brachos. Mishameto Mutal Lefanav, Patur Mikriyat Shema, Min HaTefilah, Min HaTefilin, V'kol Mitzvot HaMorat BeTorah. We said this before, that somebody that's a onen, that his dead person, his loved one, that is incumbent upon him to bury him, like his father or mother, if they're in front of you, you're absolved from reading the Shema and praying and tefillin and all the mitzvot of the Torah, because it's a more bigger mitzvah for you to quickly get in touch with the Chevra Kadisha, with the burial society, to have the person be buried. Like the Zohar says that the neshama doesn't have peace until it gets buried. It says the pallbearers, the people that carry the coffin, and those that stand by to replace them, and those that stand to replace the replacements, both regard to those in front of the bier of the coffin, and those with regard to those behind the bier, who already have had a turn of carrying it. Those in front of the coffin that are still needed to carry it are exempt from saying the Shema and putting tefillin. But those standing behind the coffin, even if they are still needed to carry it, are obligated in the mitzvot. But both of those pallbearers are for sure exempt from praying. So it says, why do the first pallbearers that already had a chance carrying it, they have to say Shema? Because they already had a chance to do the mitzvah. They could give the mitzvah to other people. Since they already had the chance to carry the coffin, they are no longer so preoccupied with the mitzvah, Rashi explains. Kavru et hamet v'chazru, having buried the dead person, the deceased, and returning from the cemetery, im yecholim להתחיל ולגמור עד שלא הגיע לשורה יתחילו, ואם לאו לא יתחילו. If they can manage to begin saying the Shema before reaching the row, because we have to be, when you go to a Jewish burial, you have to make 2 rows, and the mourners walk in between them. If you have enough time to say the Shema before the rows are formed, then go ahead and say the Shema. But if there's not enough time to do so, then you should not begin the Shema. People that are standing in the row to give condolences in front of the row, they don't have to say the Shema. They're exempt from Shema. But the people that are behind, the outer ones that are standing in the outer row, which don't come face to face with the mourners, they do have to say the Shema. And the case here is obviously that the Shema's time is going to run out, because we only have the first 3 hours of the morning to say it. The Gemara says, Mutar lefanav in v'shenu mutarav lo. This seems to apply only if the dead person is in front of you. But if the dead person isn't physically, actually in front of you, you do have to do the mitzvahs. The Gemara says there's a contradiction to this. Raminu mishemeto mutal lefanav ochel bebet acher ve'im lo bet acher ochel bebet chavero ve'im lo bet chavero oseh mechitza ve'ochel. It says basically, one whose dead relative lies before him should eat in another house. If he does not have another house of his own, he should eat in his friend's house. If he does not have a friend's house available, he should make a partition between him and himself and the deceased and eat. If he doesn't have a partition, he should at least turn his face away from the deceased person and eat. He should not lean and recline while eating. Then ochel basar. Obviously, if he's an onen, he should not eat meat, v'enu oseh shoteh yain, and he should not drink wine, v'enu mevarech, and he doesn't make any blessings, v'enu mezamen, and he does not recite birkat hamazon after the meal. Okay, we will continue with the rest tomorrow, God.